So Sal, I've been talking to my parents, and they had mentioned that they saw an ad on the TV, and they were thinking about, they have equity in their house, and they're thinking about cashing out. What advice do you have for my parents that are potentially thinking about cashing out on their house? Should they? Should they not?
My advice would be to call me, right? No, no, no. I'm just kidding. I would. So, so basically, these are the questions that I would ask them when they do call me, right? Um, you know, first of all is why, because the reason that they might be cashing out might not even be the best reason for them to do it. Um, you know, Depending on what their interest rate is now, um, conventional cash out rates are pretty competitive with any type, any point in time in the past 20, 25 years. So most likely they'd either be, having a rate close to what they have, or they might even be saving money in interest. But on top of that, we run their credit and we look into it and we say, okay, um, you have a car that's $500 a month for the next 2 years, right? You have a credit card that has a $14,000 balance, um, and the payment is $290 a month. So I can tell just by looking at your payment that the interest rate on that credit card is 25%. Um, there's a student loan that has no interest on it, so maybe we'll leave that alone because there's no real rush to pay it off and it's not costing you any money. Um, but at a time like this where income is uncertain and times are uncertain, your equity in your home is uncertain. um, if you have a house right now that's worth 500,000 and there's a chance that it's only going to be worth 400,000 in the next year or two, you want that money. That's my money. I'm going to take that money now before the government or before the market tells me that my house isn't worth this much anymore. Because now when it's worth 400, you can't take anywhere near as much as you could have took when it was worth 500. So we pay off the car for $600 a month, and it raises your mortgage payment $56 or $60. And then we pay off the credit card that saves another $400 a month, and your parents' mortgage goes up $110, and they save $900 a month, 400 of it which was pure interest in the first place. Now, how much time do they have left on their mortgage? Do they want to do a 15-year, or do they not care about paying it off? Do they want to go out to a 30? Um, you know, I guess, this is all stuff that I discuss with everybody on a case by case. And, in that case, I would track all the way back to my first question and say, what's the plan with this house? If this is your end all be all, and this is the house that you want to, leave to your kids, or, you want to make sure this house is paid off because you're going to leave it to your kids and you don't want to leave them with a burden. So, okay, do you think you got 15 years to pay this house off? Do you want to pay it off in 15? Do you want to pay it off in 10? Cashing out right now is a main focus to everybody that has equity in their home because, like I said before, that money's yours. And at 3.5, 4.5% interest, it's better off in your checking account collecting dust because you don't know when you're going to need money or how much you're going to need with what's going on, right?
Right. Mhm.
So right now, you could take out 80% of what your home is worth. They're talking about dropping that to 75. Then they drop it to 70, or they take it away completely, or, who knows? So if it's something that can be done now and it could be done cheaper than it could ever have been done in history, to sit around and wonder if you should do it or not, at least make a phone call and find out what it's going to cost or find out what kind of position it's going to put you in. We do odd term loans. If you have a 26-year loan and that's what you want to stay in, we could give you a 26-year loan, give you a 26.5-year loan. Your interest rate, it becomes a factor if it's going to go up from what you already have. But I've taken people from 3.5% interest rates to 5% interest rates because they have a 620 credit score now because they can't handle their credit card debt. But now they take out their cash at 5% and they pay off all their credit cards and they save $2,800 a month. Do you think they care that they have a 5%? They went up, their mortgage payment went up $400 and I just changed their entire life. So, there's more to look at than just your mortgage statement and your interest rate. Everyone's situation is different. That's what I build my business on, is being able to look at your situation and tell you that this is something you need to do. Or, I don't care what anyone else tells you, you need to stay where you are. This is the right place for you to be. you know? And I've had just as many people refer business to me that I've told them, you know, you shouldn't do a mortgage right now. You shouldn't refinance or you shouldn't cash out. I've gotten just as much business by telling people that than telling people that, you know, it's the right time to do it. So I guess shameless plug for myself is, you know, you're going to get the honest answer. You're going to get the real truth of whether or not it should be done and how it should be done based on your situation. That's what you pay for, you know? Of
Gotcha. I appreciate your time, Sal. Thank you.
course. Thank you.